show me. Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy. Sorry for that. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So right now, I'm going to be doing a ClairTarot reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, also for your cross watchers. This reading is for whenever your soul brings you on here to send you a message. So it really could be whenever. Soul doesn't do time. So let's go ahead. I'm going to start pulling cards. I've been really enjoying pulling cards and not knowing what the cards are being pulled. I asked the Taurus energy. I asked Taurus, what is this reading going to be about, to kind of give us a heads up. Apparently, someone is trying to trigger you, to get you to react, get you to just charge forward like a bull and get your horns entangled. This might be about some work stuff. Let's see. Sorry, I had to do a cough drop. Ooh, I'm already told. This card popped up. Let's see. Let's see. A card already popped up, guys. All right. Let's see what's going on for Taurus. I had already shuffled the cards before I came live, but I want to just shuffle one more time. All right. So yeah, it seems like there's a lot of energies going around lately that have just been trying to encourage a lot of fuckery, you know, people acting real off, real stupid, like ego-based type of behavior, where they feel like they got to prove something, they got to start shit. Taurus, I think you're receiving quite a bit of this from others. And who knows, maybe for some Taurus, you kind of egging it on. I don't know. I don't know. We're going to find out, though. All right. Again, plotting on you guys. Woodham Hale. Woodham Hale. Look at this. Okay. Card number 23. Defend to the end the worthwhile. So you're being challenged. You are. I think this has to do with work. For some of you, this might be an attempt to get you fired. Okay. This is kind of reading as like an attempt to get you out of that workspace period. And you might need to begin taking the necessary steps to protect yourself, to protect your livelihood. Okay. Defend to the end the worthwhile. Now, card number 22, communication. So this kind of tells me that you have to be careful in what you say to these individuals. Confrontation probably is not the best. It seems like upper management should probably be involved, or for some, it might be that these individuals, I think it's more than one person, these individuals are attempting to skew the favor of upper management in their direction before they put into play their actual plan. Be careful of that, okay? See this? Card number 4, Moon Dance. They got you walking on a tightrope. They're trying to trip you up. There might be 3 of them. There might be at least 3 who are trying to stand in your way and trying to get you knocked down. What if they are upper management? Oh, shit. In that case, you need to be very careful of how you handle this, because hopefully your job has a union or some kind of governing body that would check upper management. There might be a need to begin really documenting, time-stamped form of documentation, meaning emailing yourself. That's a timestamp. You can't fake that. Emailing yourself documentation of things that are being done. There is a term called constructive discharge, where members of upper management are doing things that are making it very, very difficult for you to do your job function in a safe manner, and leaving you no choice but to discharge yourself, to quit. So for some of you, this might be, forget dealing with management altogether. Just keep taking it, documenting it, and begin looking for labor type lawyers. Okay. I think all states have a labor law commissioner. So it might be time to call a labor law commissioner. I'm not sure, but this is a very intense situation. It's a feeling like they're really trying to egg you on to do something. Oh, wow. That tells you a lot. If 3 of the staff members already have lawyers, there are 3 birds here. 3 little birds sits by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, a melody's pure and true. Card number 35, conscious connections. It seems, although the other fish in the company are off doing whatever the hell they want, the queen bee, the one that's in charge of all of this plotting and planning, is focused right on you. Never blinking, never wavering, just focus right on you, while they turn away from the shortcomings of other employees. Card number 45, transformation, Shakti. Shakti carries with it quite a bit of manifestation charge. It's a creative energy, yin energy, moon energy. It's a direct cord you have to Shakti. This might be a case of your soul is trying to get you out of a place kind of in that a rat race human existence. And for some of you, that's not enough for your soul. For some of you, your soul wants you to go to a place that's in more alignment with your soul purpose. And card number 38, lullaby. When you pair these 2 cards together, it's like you're trying to convince yourself it's perfectly fine where you are. You're perfectly fine there. You're trying to blind yourself from what's actually going on. And you're aware of what's going on. You're very aware. Card number 42, the word wants to be written. Whoo-wee. Communication. The word wants to be written. You're needing to document. Absolutely. You're 100% needing to document what is going on, because card number 34, Maya, illusion. They will definitely have an illusion put into place where it's going to paint you as a very bad person. And unless you document things in an appropriate way, unless you have legal help, I don't think this is going to work in your favor, Taurus. They're really, really trying to go out of their way to trigger you, because you might have already a reputation of, you know, when you're passionate about something, you can be bullheaded and you just charge forward because you have a very distinct moral compass. But if you just charge forward and they've already created an illusion where you're very unstable, you're an employee that is a liability versus an asset, then you've just solidified that illusion. So you have to be very careful about your behaviors, the words you choose, who and what you choose to engage with. Unfortunately, this is what the circumstance is, okay? Card number 42, change of seasons. So there you are, in the middle of a season change. You're being redirected to something else, okay? Look at those leaves from fall. So you're exiting that spring phase, that late summer, Indian summer phase where it's beautiful, but you know the cold is coming, but you can still, do wonderful things, go hiking and not be cold. It's changing. Okay. The leaves are falling. The cold is coming. Your job is about to get very, very cold with you. Very, very cold with you. If you do not begin the preparations now, you're going to find yourself in a blizzard, disoriented without supplies. You have to begin stacking your chips. Start saving as much as you can. You're going to need a little bit of a nest egg to tide you over. I think for some Taurus, this job is about to end. Okay? Not necessarily fired. I don't necessarily feel like all Taurus will be, terminated from their job. This is really a huge push, huge push to get you where you need to be. And that might be with another company, that might be with another department within the same company, that might be as your own boss, owning your own business. You're just needing to shift your perception at this point, okay? Yep. Many of you are probably going to begin your own businesses or work for a business that really values you. 39, free from judgment, free to love. It seems like you're being really encouraged to enter a career or a job that's more love-based. There's this amazing book. I have it in my purse downstairs. It's called Love-Based Culture by Ivo Nelson. Amazing book. It has absolutely revolutionized the way not only I see my business practice, not only the way I treat my employees, but also the way I interact with everybody. It's just a revolutionary book. I highly recommend it. You can find it, I think, on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles. It's called Love-Based Culture by Ivo Nelson. I'll write that. Done. Love that book. So you're now entering a state where you're more about a heart-based existence. This is not like no tutti frutti, everybody's cheerleader enabling people's issues. No, this is about really creating a mark, leaving your mark here on this earth, and also at the same time being able to provide for your monetary needs. When you are in full alignment between self and soul, what ends up happening is your abundance is not impinged in any way. It flows right to you with minimal effort. You then get maximum rewards monetarily. Okay? So card number 21, Bestia, home. This is why I say I think some of you are probably going to start a business on your own, a home-based business that will grow to be something quite wonderful for you, quite fulfilling. Now, for others of you, if you do change jobs, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be your own business owner. It means that you probably might find a company, another company that feels like home to you, where you feel appreciated, where there's room for growth, room for you to stretch out and really explore your role in that company. There's nothing more healing than that. To go from one company that just doesn't value you, makes you feel as though you're so replaceable and you're bending over backwards, killing yourself to do your job to the best of your ability, and they're tying your hands, not valuing you, and then plotting on you. That's some bullshit. 47, my dear friend. Look at that. Look at that. Even in winter, you could be a Georgia peach. Look at her. The cold don't bother her none. She has her dignity and her grace intact. She is just going to travel through this icy landscape on the best possible animal to travel through the landscape with. I mean, you got this. You got this. Your dear friend, your higher self is coming to help you navigate through this portion of your life. Allow it. Allow yourself to receive the guidance. Stop operating in a sense of fear and lacking. If you continue to believe, like, I'm never going to find a better job than what I have right now, where they're treating you like shit, then you never will. 80% at 1208 mirrors. 801208 mirrors. Whatever goes on within you is mirrored outside of you. You see how that works? Whatever goes on within you gets mirrored outside of you. So when people are attacking you, when people are plotting on you, is it your fault? Not necessarily. Is it a reflection of conversations you're having with yourself? Probably. Probably, whether you let people know or not. Creation knows this. And when you begin to ignore and avoid an internal circumstance, creation then makes it an external circumstance so that you can begin really processing through other people. So again, no, this is not just work related. The reading, the general gist of it feels like it's work related, but it can be applied to platonic relationships, romantic relationships, whatever type of relationship. It can absolutely be applied to whatever resonates for you. This is not to tell you what's going to happen. This is to give you confirmation for things your soul is already telling you. If this is resonating, I'm pretty sure at some point your soul has been giving you these same exact messages, and you've just been like, no, I'm just imagining this. No, that's just coincidence. No, that's not going to happen. No, they can't get me fired. No, they can't plot on me. No, not well, it is possible. It is possible because maybe there's a part of you that no longer wants to be there. But because it's such a cushy position, some of us, it would be foolish to leave. And that's a very normal, natural thought. But if it's not in alignment with your higher self, with your soul purpose, there's no point in you staying there. And so we'll begin to create circumstance to get you to walk out. Okay? Let's get you a message from your highest self. Let's go ahead. All right. Ooh, beyond the threshold of fear. Card number 25. Beyond the threshold of fear. Wow. No more appropriate card existed. That don't even make sense. What are you trying to say, girl? I don't know. All right. Here we go. Enter the lion's jungle. Don't think about getting hurt. Fearful thoughts are phantoms of the mind. No one is harmed in this jungle. Everything is compassion and love. It's your fear holding you back like a bar behind the door. How I celebrate for you. After so long away from home, you're finally returning. Beyond the threshold of fear, you dispense with your doubts, hesitations, cautions, and tentativeness. They are old friends with whom you no longer have anything in common. Goodbye, old friends. I wish you well, you say, while turning your face to the burgeoning light of a new and yet ancient world. You are visiting as though for the first time, and yet somehow also remember deep in your sacred heart. Finally, we can sit together in the charming courtyard at home. We shall tell our tales of adventure and laugh, and we'll dance and sing. Eventually, day shall pass into night, and we'll gaze beneath our feet, our mouths gaping in awe and minds utterly blank, rendered dumb in sweet submission to beauty as we watch the world spinning on her axis. After so long, you are changing your relationship to fear. No more shall it hold you in its thrall. You are becoming able to you are becoming able to observe it, to witness it, even to have compassion rather than resistance. Instead of unconsciously sabotaging your growth and choosing to slumber in darkness, you awaken and delight in the light and sound of your divine being. Push and pull, one step forward and a half step back. So it has been for so long, and you have endured. Yes, you are winning the race, brave one, and fear is left to fizzle out. It was always a far less beautiful firework than your passionate conviction for love anyway. Better to let that than your passion better to let that dazzling firework come to light instead. Much more satisfying. This oracle comes with spiritual guidance for you. You've broken through a barrier, a self imposed barrier of fear, whether it seemed to originate from within your consciousness or from an external set of circumstances that held you back from taking the place you're now taking or just about to take. These steps may feel strange, new, uncertain, and exciting. Your mind might not have received the memo that fear based existence is no longer in operation for you. It may need a loving, tender, reassuring, and firm update that the relationship you have with fear is now rather different. You are the witness, not the victim. Your consciousness is strong enough to hold it into compassion. You don't collapse under its weight. In fact, it's becoming less and less substantial for you. When it's there, it seems less convincing that what it once appeared to be compelling was. That power has been claimed by your heart instead. Get set to fly, test your wings. Trust is one, daring is the other. You'll find them enthusiastic for flight and ready to learn to ride the currents. Purpose built for soaring to great heights. Trust in your vision. So it's definitely time for movement, Taurus. You're being given, oh shit, that was one hell of a shift. Hold on. All right. I don't know if y'all felt that, but that was one hell of a shift. It tugged my eyeball. um, Definitely time for growth, time for expansion, time to move forward in life and in work. Okay, no more fear-based stuff. You're gonna get through this. One way or another, this circumstance is not going to continue. It's going to really come to a head, and you decide how that plays out. You really do. If you want to be proactive and begin creating some sort of contingency plan for yourself, that would be good. That would absolutely be good. It would serve you. It would serve you to have funds in a little nest egg, and looking for new jobs, a lawyer, whatever the circumstance calls for. Don't be afraid. Okay, don't be afraid to defend to the end the worthwhile, and you are worth it. Okay, you are absolutely worth it. You're not a doormat. And I'm sorry, I don't know a Taurus that would allow that shit from a work circumstance. I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe if they were really in love with the individual, they might tolerate it for a bit, but to allow this kind of abuse indefinitely, no. Taurus doesn't put up with that kind of shit. Rightfully so. I know how you love, Taurus. You love so completely and wholeheartedly, and you love to spoil the ones you love. And so you deserve a mutual level of respect, of care. Okay? That also applies to your work. I know Taurus's work ethic. You need a company that appreciates you, that sees you as the asset that you are, that compensates you appropriately for the amount of effort and time and skill you bring to the table. So don't be afraid. The only thing keeping you from something greater is your fear. Okay? Please do give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, turn on that notification bell, join me every single time I'm live. It's nap time, y'all. It's nap time. This fucking purging that's going on with my lungs, it needs to go to sleep. It just does. So I love you guys. I'll see you soon.